Hi, my name is Donnie Lowy. I want to share with you what I find to be one of the most interesting and at the same time difficult to understand verses, psukim, in this week's Parsha Ekev, and perhaps even an entire Torah. When the Jewish people are being brought into Israel, and literally before they're actually going to go and conquer the land of Israel, Moshe tells them to remember that everything came about because of God's help. There's an example that's given to the Jewish people, and that is that the cities of their enemies are going to be fortified to the Shamayim, Bashamayim, to the heavens. In other words, the fortifications are going to be so formidable, they're going to seem very difficult to overcome, but the Jewish people will overcome them. But remember that God helped them, God helped us overcome those fortifications, those challenges. Now, why is this verse so difficult to understand? Because the word Shamayim has a very positive connotation. When we think of the heavens, we associate the heavens with God. In other words, as we see many times in Tanakh, we think of the heavens as being God's, so to speak, his abode. So why are the enemies of the Jewish people being given this complementary concept that their fortifications are reaching up to the heavens, so to speak, to where God is? And I think the reason is for the following. When we think of the heavens, we think of the top possible level, the top hierarchy. There's nothing beyond that. And when we see a challenge in our life that seems so insurmountable, what happens? We often say to ourselves, hey, maybe there's just been a decision by God that this challenge is in our lives and there's no way that we can overcome this challenge, and this is the reality that we have. And the Jewish people could have felt the same way while they were going into the land of Israel and knowing who and what they were going to encounter. And I think the Torah is telling us that even when we see an obstacle in our life, even when we see a challenge that we're trying to overcome, and it seems as if the heavens themselves created this challenge, as if this challenge has been permanently dictated and inscribed in our lives, God is telling us, remember, even if there's a fortification that seems to go up to the heavens, remember who and what is above the heavens? God. So at the end of the day, all of our lives are in God's hands. And no matter what challenge we see, and no matter how much we believe that it's a given, it's a reality, there's always something above that fortification that seems to have no end. And what is that? It's God. So always have faith, know that good things are going to happen in your life, and just do your best. And hopefully we're all going to get to what we need, and we're all going to overcome the challenges in our lives. I want to wish you, your family, your friends, everyone that you know, a great bracha. You should always be able to overcome all the challenges that you see and that you perceive. Have an amazing, great Shabbos.